excited about this one, and I'm excited to get more 3D Blu-ray reviews out for you because I know I haven't been doing as many as I should. This was a new release, not released this week but released last week, and it is the Lego Movie 3D. I did see this movie in the cinemas, so this was kind of a second time watch for me, but I didn't see it in 3D, so I was really excited to see the 3D on this Blu-ray and see kind of how they used it and if they did a good job or a bad job, because we all know 3D can either be a yay or a nay. So I was really excited to see how they do it with this. Now, of course, the Lego Movie is kind of is an animation movie built up of what is supposed to look like Legos, and I personally think the 3D was really used well in this movie because there were certain moments in the film where it was mostly added depth more than pop out. There were some pop out moments, but the best thing about this was the depth. And it just really looked like if you would have a Lego set and you were looking at it, that is how they created it to look, which was amazing and awesome and just added a lot of fun to it. So for example, I'll just use an example of something that is in the trailer or at the beginning of the film. When Emmett is getting up and getting ready in his kind of house, it really looks like you're just looking into a Lego set build because of the depth of it. It's just amazing. I really was blown away straight away. I was like, oh wow, this is great, and I definitely thought it was worth watching in 3D. And it just added something to it, and it made it feel more like Legos, and it just honestly looked like you were looking into a Lego set. If you've ever built any Legos or like a little Lego town or anything, it's kind of like that watching this movie, which is great, and of course definitely what they wanted. So I'm definitely a big fan of the 3D on this, and usually depth for me is kind of, it can be either, if it's done really well I'm like, oh that's really impressive, or if it's just a bit I'm like, ah yeah, and I really like pop out 3D to be honest, but the depth in this just added a lot to it, so I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is really good. And now we'll get on to like the movie and stuff. If you don't really know what the Lego Movie is, I'm sure you've probably heard about it. It is basically an animated movie where we have, it's kind of a little bit crazy and a little bit weird. There's always a lot going on, a lot of action, a lot of stuff. But we have this one little guy, Emmett, who is a construction worker, and he's just kind of an ordinary guy. And he kind of gets himself into this situation where there is this prophecy, which is told at the beginning by Morgan Freeman. There's a lot of cool actors and actresses in this movie and a lot of big names, so you've got to watch out for them. It's really interesting to see whose voice is whose and stuff. But yeah, Morgan Freeman tells us at the beginning of the prophecy, and Emmett ends up being the guy for this prophecy. He finds the, what is it called? He finds the secret piece. I'm not exactly sure what they call it, I've forgotten already. I just watched the movie, but and there's this Wildstyle, who is kind of like the lead female character, who has also wanted to find this, but is kind of in on the whole prophecy thing, wants to save the world from Lord Business, or President Business, who is played by Will Ferrell, which is really cool. So Lord Business and President Business are kind of like alter egos. President Business is trying to be like, yay, I'm keeping the world all good, and Lord Business is like, I'm going to destroy the world. But basically he wants to kind of like have the world all in perfect order, you know. He doesn't want anybody messing anything up, anybody making anything for themselves. He wants it all to be perfect. But there's these other characters out there like Wildstyle and Morgan Freeman who are master builders, who want everything to be a bit more creative and a bit more adventurous, and don't want to live in this neat, perfect little world where there's only one TV channel and this one song. Everything is awesome. I just love it. I love that scene. I'm always dancing and happy, and I know it gets a little bit annoying, but I love that song. I don't know what it is about it. It's just a catchy tune. So I'd be happy if my town just kept playing that song, to be honest. Anyway, so Emmett is now the one who needs to save the day, and he's kind of that ordinary guy. You know, we've seen it before. He's the ordinary guy who needs to pull through and be the hero kind of thing. But what is great about the Lego Movie is, I don't know if you can see the back here, but you've got so many different characters in it. For example, Batman plays quite a big role, which is really funny, and he's a great character. We have Superman, this Unikitty, who isn't a well-known character, but I love this Unikitty one. We've got Liam Neeson playing a cop. We have Green Lantern. We have Gandalf and Dumbledore. We've got Abraham Lincoln. We've got William Shakespeare. We've got, I mean, there's so many different characters, I can't even like name them all. We've got Superman, I've already said that. We've got Wonder Woman. There's so many well-known faces and well-known characters that are all these little Lego people that it's just so much fun to see all these little Lego characters all in this one place, in this one little world, and the different worlds that they go through is just so much fun. And overall it's just a fun movie that you can just sit back and relax and just enjoy. You don't want to take it too seriously, or like, I don't know, it just doesn't need to be taken seriously. It's just a fun time, and it's just enjoyable. You just need to, you know, sit back, relax, and just enjoy yourself. It's just a bit of fun. But the 3D definitely adds to it. So if you have a 3D TV, I think this is one to pick up on 3D, just to experience it a bit more. It feels like you're in this Lego world. It's just so much fun. I just kind of got really sucked into the Lego world. It was like I was just there and it was all the Legos. It's almost as if you're creating it yourself and you've got them all set up and stuff. I don't know. It sounds kind of silly, but that's kind of what the feeling you get from it. Now, honestly, the favourite thing about this movie for me is the ending, and I'm not going to give it away, but when I watched it for the first time, I was completely surprised and blown away, and I absolutely loved the end of this movie. I loved the message that we got at the end as well. It really gives a really cool message, and the ending is just brilliant. So if you start watching this movie and you're thinking, you know what, this probably isn't for me, and I'm not enjoying it, I feel like it's one of the movies that is definitely worth watching the whole way through, even if you're only going to watch it once and you're not really enjoyed it that much. I just feel like everybody should see it the whole way through to really make up your mind on it, because the end was brilliant, and I was so impressed by the end. I was like, oh, it was just brilliant. There's so much that I could say about the ending, but I don't want to give it away. And I was just honestly blown away. And then the second time I watched it, I was still the same, and I loved the end of the movie. I loved the message, I loved the whole thing, and I thought it was so clever how they'd done it, and it just kind of bumped the movie up masses for me. So the movie, I was like, yeah, it's good, I'm enjoying it, it's a fun time. And then the ending just like shut it up. So I definitely recommend the movie, definitely recommend you check it out. If you've got kids, they're going to love this, because like I say, all the well-known characters as well. Or if you're a big like fan of like superheroes and stuff, there's, you know, a lot of superhero names in here too. Or if you just used to love playing Legos, then it's going to be kind of nostalgic and great. So yeah, I definitely recommend the Lego Movie, and I recommend it in 3D as well. It's definitely one that I found I was more involved with when I watched it in 3D. So definitely check this movie out. Let me know down in the comments below if you've seen it. I know there's quite a lot of hype around it now, so I guess it's a bit, I don't know, overhyped I suppose. So when you go to watch it, you'd think maybe it's going to be something different. But like I say, highly recommend watching it until the end. Please don't judge the movie just at the beginning, because I nearly did that. I started watching it, I was like, okay. And then, you know, I got into it more, and I was like, you know what, just have fun with it, just enjoy it. And then the ending came, like I said, and I was just like, okay, this movie is really great, I really love it. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the Lego Movie. Like I say, I love it, I've picked it up on 3D, and I just think it's great. I want to know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. Yeah, make sure if you have seen it, don't spoil anything for anybody else, because we don't want to do that, because that's the best bit about movies, is being surprised. So yeah, thumbs up if you enjoyed this review and you want to see more 3D reviews or movie reviews or anything like that. Comment below, and until then guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, or if you are a newbie, and I'll see you then. Goodbye! Everything is awesome! Everything is cool when you're part of a team!